It's Monday, March 6th, 2023. Let's talk about the news. From the New York Times, nations agree on language for historic treaty to protect ocean life. A majority of global governments have agreed on language for a United Nations treaty intended to protect oceanic biodiversity. This is notable in part because it has taken about 2 decades to formalize the shape of this treaty, and because open oceans, those that are not claimed as coastal waters by any nation, don't currently have any international body or agreement that tracks or moderates conservation, only things like shipping and fishing. This treaty is focused on conserving 30% of the world's oceans by 2030, so this is a truly ambitious undertaking, and the treaty, if it's ultimately passed, which isn't a certainty, but is looking more likely now than ever before, will arrive at a moment in which these same governments are attempting to address other climate, environmental, and biodiversity issues. From Ars Technica, Russia fines Wikipedia for publishing facts instead of Kremlin war propaganda. The Russian government has fined the Wikimedia Foundation, which is behind the online encyclopedia Wikipedia, the equivalent of about $27,000 for not deleting information about the Russian military that the Russian government has called misinformation. This alleged misinformation is well researched and backed by evidence and data, but that's not the point of this fine. The Russian government is attempting to bring Wikipedia's information into alignment with its propaganda messaging about the invasion of Ukraine. And like other autocratic groups globally, including within democracies, this is about rewriting history in real time to suit their preferred narrative, not a good faith attempt to correct misinformation. This is the third fine Russia has slapped on Wikipedia since the invasion of Ukraine began, and it's one of many attempts, some of them successful, by the Russian government to get foreign online entities to change what is available on their platforms in country to support their intentionally distorted version of reality. And from The Guardian, Antarctic sea ice reaches lowest levels ever recorded. Researchers are warning that the amount of sea ice surrounding Antarctica reached an historic low in the summer of 2022, but that record has already been broken in the Southern Hemisphere summer of 2023. Scientists have been tracking the amount of sea ice present in this region since 1979, as it's considered to be a useful data point in tracking overall global warming, but also tracking the retreat of sea ice that holds up land-based ice shelves that, if they were to slide into the ocean in their entirety, could increase global sea levels by up to 200 feet, but which in a more likely scenario of partial ice sheet collapse would still increase global sea levels by several to several dozen feet, which would not be good. If you're finding some value in One Sentence News, consider leaving a quick review wherever you get your podcasts and/or sharing the show with a friend. You can find out more about this show or subscribe to the email version at onesentencenews.com. And you can support this and other related projects, like the Let's Know Things and Brain Lenses podcasts, at understandery.com.